You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
What do we want to talk about?
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah. Wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
You fucking mark!
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
What's going on, Jimmy Tops? What's going on, Top Main Vein? What's going on to the sleaze out here? Shout out to everybody. Yeet. We're going to be yeeting tonight because the Bloodline, OG Bloodline won. Yeet. Big news. So much news. There really isn't a whole lot of news. It's all the stuff we already know, but we're going to go through it. We're going to goof on some of it. I'm going to read some of your comments here, so don't forget, if you're here and you're chilling with Dr. Huge, it's time to fucking, subscribe, hit like buttons. What else? Or don't do it. Who cares? Whatever. But I'm sure you're going to love what I have in store for you tonight, starting with these boys here. The only one I really can't deal with is Sami Zayn. I will elaborate more on that later, but they won. They beat the bad guys. The bad guys are all banged up, or at least they were acting like they were banged up. CM Punk with the go to sleep poses. They're posing all night long. There's so much to talk about with this. Anybody else in the chat? Life's been good. That's good to hear. What's better than sex? War games? War games is better than sex? Michael Berry Sr., is that you? Is that who I see in that picture right there? Yeet. That's right, yep. That means yes.
What?
That means you yeet.
Yeet!
Stone Cold. Stone Cold still with us. Bret Hart's still with us. But before we even talk about this match, we got to talk about the women's match. The match that kicked off Survivor Series War Games. And guess what?
It's the shits.
It was the shits. Bret Hart is right about all these matches. When he says it's the shits, it's the shits.
It's the shits.
And I mean, I don't have to tell you why. If you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, it was ridiculous. Okay, it started out so bad. It kind of came back a little bit towards the end, but no, for the most part, it was really, really bad. And it started off, to me, with the Nia Jax when she started picking up weapons, like the steel chair, and she went to hit Naomi and she pulled it back. Like, whoops, I don't want to do that. And then she like tapped her in the side. And then you could see people in the back during that whole match, like just tapping each other. It looks so fucking stupid.
It's the shits.
It made me cringe like horribly. And then it was just spot fest everywhere. Spot here, spot there. There a spot I don't know the song, but you know that song. There were spots. And you could tell it was like, oh, we're going to do this now, guys. Okay, everybody get lined up and Naomi coming out in her birthday hat. That was cringe. I'm sure the kids loved it because it was cringe. The kids love the cringe.
What do we want to talk about?
Yep. We want to talk about Naomi's birthday, right? It's her birthday week. Where are we going with that? Everybody's wishing her, like, what is she, 100 years old or something? I don't think so. They got to make such a big deal of their birthdays. Everybody. It's big. Were you expecting gifts and stuff? You know what just annoys me about a lot of this stuff in wrestling? This being one of the things. Is it like a big deal? Of course not. They're all like lovey-dovey backstage, supposedly now in the WWE. They're like, oh, everybody's rooting for each other. That whole shtick that they've been running with since Vince left. And they're probably really kissing her ass, an adult, over her birthday, but it stinks and it's annoying to just people like me. It just reminded me, I DJ'd this club back in the day, and cleaning up the club. It's just a regular, club night. And I pack up my stuff, and in the middle of it, this girl is going ape shit in the dance floor. So there's like a few scragglers still hanging around, people that are like regulars that know the staff or whatever. They're talking, everybody's packing up. So they bring out this birthday cake to this girl, right? It was her birthday. These are all adults, by the way. Everybody's 21 plus. So they bring out this cake, and they're singing happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. Like this group of people on the side of the bar. I'm coming down with this stuff, and this girl comes in just going berserk because she didn't have a birthday cake, and it was her birthday too. She was in, and then it ended up with her in the bathroom and her boyfriend in there trying to calm her down, and she's just like losing her mind, like Sky backstage. It was like one of those situations, and it just never ended. And I'm like, this is crazy because it's over birthdays. And you're like in your 20s and 30s. There you go. I like that story. Cool story, bro. I got plenty more where that came from, guys. I know. Very adventurous. You should have seen it, because when I say freaking out, I mean freaking out. So birthdays are very important to the ladies. Happy birthday, Naomi. Don't kill me, bloodline. Right? Might be a big deal in the Uso family. They can't all be a noise, right? Let's just they're all Usos. Even Nia Jax, apparently. Just learned that today. I thought, she's half German, I've heard, but I thought she was not an Uso. She's an Uso too. So, wow. The more you know, right? All right, what else we got? Well, I can keep going on about the women's match, I guess, because Luchasaurus finally came out. Me and the sleaze, we can't stand Rhea Ripley, as he calls her, Mommy Saurus, which I think needs to keep hashtagging Mommy Saurus, bro. It's gonna get over. That was Mommy Saurus, if I ever saw one. Totally. Do I have the mask anywhere? You got to see it. I mean, if it even takes me a minute, hold on. Broadcast audience, audio audience. I'm grabbing a clip right now. Do I have it? I don't. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Can I put it right on? How quickly can I do this? No, that's not what we want. Can I do this on the fly? That would be so nice. I think I'm gonna. We're about to do it. Mommy Saurus coming up. Look at her. Now I know, of course, the children are going to disagree with me.
If you actually think that I was just the right guy.
Get out of here, Hulk Hogan. I don't need you right now. Wrong page.
What do we want to talk about?
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about Luchasaurus, Mommy the face paint. They're over the top with it, right? And I like it because I get to talk about it and I get to goof on it because this is goofy. Is that a foam mask? It looks kind of foam. Thank God she didn't headbutt anybody with those horns, right? Look at that nose. That's a cute nose, though. Some people there's a whole market of people out here that are liking the craziest things. Michael Berry Sr., I don't know if you've noticed over the past decade, since we've even at the very beginning of the podcast, how insane everybody's gotten. So yeah, we have Mommy Saurus now. Don't kink shit. I don't know. You guys can we even call these things kinks? I think we're getting a little outrageous with the kinkiness. Everything doesn't have to be sexualized, by the way. Just saying, this is a message for the men and the women. Some wild stuff going on out here. People are posting their OnlyFans to their Facebook. By the way, people still use Facebook? Huh? I don't know. So I can't trust a lot of you guys like Tap Main Vein here. She does look like a character in DBD. Great game. I quit it years ago. Never going back. Because it just, ended up being...
It's the shits.
So Mommy Soros came out. She, Me Too, Live again. She gave her that Me Too pin that she does. Or maybe she didn't. I don't know. She probably should have. Why quit now while you're ahead? You're already doing it for the past several years. So keep giving them that old, I call it the rated R superstar pin too. He was pinning women like that, bro. That was how edgy it was back in the day. And that was the late 2000s, not even the early 2000s. I had an OnlyFans, but went bankrupt. What? Aren't you a power lifter? How did that happen? You're a broke OnlyFans guy? Man. Sorry to hear that, bro. Imagine, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine doing an OnlyFans. No judgment from me, of course, but I can't imagine doing an OnlyFans. I can't imagine being a customer of an OnlyFans. I don't get it. I guess I've aged out of that realm at least. Thank God, because that doesn't make any sense. You're gonna pay people to look at their pictures? And you don't think that like their boyfriends and their husbands are the ones most likely messaging you guys back in text? Have you ever considered that? That Seth Rollins, you think you're talking to the man, and Seth Rollins is sitting right there, like, laughing his ass off. Go, we got another $1,000 off this mark, because he knows, I know, everybody knows,
And I know that you like hoes.
you all like hoes. So I am not hating the player, I'm hating the game more than the player, as they say. You're not supposed to hate the player. You're supposed to hate the game. That's what I'm doing.
Because you know you like hoes.
I know you can't help yourselves. So, anyway, Rhea Ripley, get a new mask. Get out of my face. There was another match that happened. Shinsuke Nakamura got the title up against LA Knight. I kind of felt it coming on. Of course, I'm not looking into these things or trying to really predict these matches. I would like to be entertained and swerved like everybody else. But this was pretty obvious. New music, new whole entrance that he had set up for Survivor Series with the samurai mask and helmet or whatever. And just all of that. You knew he was going to win. If he actually lost, imagine if he lost in that spot. How bad that would have been for just everybody. Pretty much it would have been like, all right, well, Shins is done. He's going the way of Baron Corbin, which is another fumble, by the way. How did you not figure out how to do something with Baron Corbin? And he was willing to do pretty much anything. But when he started getting into the whole burn the ships deal with, I don't know if he's a part of that band. You might as well be. I mean, your whole gimmick is like a band, bro. That was a bad idea right there. And that in Apollo Crews, I was like, oh man, this is like a Hail Mary. They really don't have anything else. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't allowed to do anything different, but shit. I didn't hear Apollo Crews was released, but I would have released Apollo Crews before Baron Corbin. My opinion, my professional expert, analyst opinion. I'm drinking grape juice as usual, coach. You know, nothing crazy. Welch's grape every night with a T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. And then I go in a hot tub with P. Diddy and a bunch of girls. Get it? Get it? I hope everybody's keeping up, right? I know these are some old throwback jokes that I'm trying to pull right now. So get it? Because P. Diddy, like, you know what he does. We know what he's doing now. He's in jail, I guess. He's probably in one of those prison, like a prison where they're like, they have a tennis court. Stop it. It has a whole tennis court. They can walk their dogs. They have like servants and butlers that come to the jail cell. I bet that's the type of prison. You know, one of those prisons where like they can just shut off all the cameras one night and then P. Diddy can, you know, take care of himself with like shoelaces or a belt, even though that like none of that's allowed. Or see what I'm saying? Yeah, that would never happen, by the way. That type of stuff doesn't happen. So if you're thinking it does, P. Diddy's proof it doesn't, because he's still in jail, baby oiling dudes up, right? Or is he not? Maybe the CIA grabbed Diddy. Let's come up with a story right off the top of the dome, because I know it's true. I've been looking into it. Puff Daddy broke out, Joker style. How he's really the Joker, and now he's in like Saudi Arabia or something. Then he'll end up going to the next WWE show, take it over, become the new Vince McMahon, and then shit on everybody. The end. Tell Alex Jones. He'll believe it. Because that's what happened and is going to happen. Thank you. Everybody's clapping at home. Let me bow. Shakespearean like with these stories. My favorite gimmick was back in the day. We thought up an idea. Like us, the chat, everybody was involved in this idea. But it was mainly my idea. Let's not get it twisted, everybody. Because when this TV show happens, it still can happen. Because what it is the flavor of love. What was the Bret Hart one? Bret Michaels, you know, the guy from Poison, the 80s hair band. He had his own dating show. We got to have one of those with Enzo and Kaz. Think about it. They do the same gimmick where they bring all these like stripper hoes in and these stripper rappers and, you know, all these people that are like trying to get into the business, but they're like half stripper too at the same time. So, and they don't let them use social media. Everything is in the house and there's only booze. Everything's booze. There's no water around. I've heard that's pretty much what the real world and all that was back in the day. Just you can't talk to the outside world for a couple months, and it's nothing but booze. Like the hot tub's filled with booze, swimming pool, the shower, like everything is like vodka, or at least, and then, you know, darker alcohols at the bar. But everything else, all the clear stuff, will be vodka. And then Enzo can, you know, court all the women. Same with Big Kaz, but really the focus will be Enzo because it will be like funny looking, and he's the funny guy. And then Enzo gives out Jordans to his girls at the end, and Big Kaz gives out big boots, where he literally kicks a girl into all the girls into the pool that aren't staying in the house, and then gives a big old like wrestling boot to the girls that are staying every week. So Jordans and big boots. We have this all planned out, WWE, by the way. We can still do this. I know these guys are out here. Big Bill is floundering in AEW. I'm not even sure if he is, but he's floundering in my opinion, because everybody's floundering in AEW, right? Let's just go with that. So come on. I'm trying to pitch this show. Netflix, maybe, right? You're now on Netflix. We can do this. You can't tell me that wouldn't be the biggest show in the fucking world. It would be. It would be Trash TV. I'm not saying it wouldn't be, but it would be the best trash TV. Come on, WWE. Let's work together. Let's make millions with Enzo and Kaz again. Give them back their old names. No more Big Bill. No more whatever Enzo calls himself. You know, that terrible rap career, right? Remember, he had one day where it was like up there because he was trashing wrestling fans, and then it was gone again. So, nobody wants 40-year-old rappers. That's all I'm saying. I know this. You hear me rapping on my shit? No. Nobody wants to hear that. So let's do a reality show with a bunch of, stripper electricians and stripper actors and stripper rappers. Come on. He would be badass. Just saying. All right. Moving on. We told you that Shinsuke Nakamura won. Not the WWE title. He won the US title. So congratulations to you. Keep being evil. Keep cutting your stories backstage because you refuse to learn English. Still refusing. Don't hit the like button, okay? Please don't do that. Don't subscribe to the YouTube and don't fucking retweet this video. Thanks. Anyway, Gunther and Priest happened, which was actually a really good match. It was a wrestling match. He was selling the shoulder. Who knows? Maybe it was a little banged up. Maybe I don't know. Who cares? But it was a good match. It entertained the doctor. And then it led out, of course, into Finn Balor cheating, hurting Priest. He gets stomped out by Gunther. And then Priest finds Finn Balor backstage, starts to beat his ass, gets saved by the Judgment Day. And then Adam Pearce shows up, just like an action movie. Every single time, as soon as the big move is done, they take a step back. Adam Pearce comes screaming, oh, wait. It's like, where were you 5 seconds ago? Every time, Adam Pearce. You tell everybody online, oh, we love each other and all this stuff. I know you're watching in the corner. I'm smart. I'm one of the smarks. You're watching in the corner, and then they kick the shit out of a guy, and they bust up all his organs and break his back, and then you walk in to make it all about you. That's really what you're doing. So I see what you're doing, Adam Pearce. At Adam Pearce somebody on Twitter, please. And don't like the video and don't subscribe and don't retweet it, okay? But do at him and tell him what I'm saying. Show him this video. He's wrong. All right? He needs charges pressed on him, really. He's done this too many times. A triple threat match was of the night. It was. Not only was that triple match of the night, Liv Morgan was of the night as well. Woman of the night, or I think they call it that, right? I think a female werewolf. But the triple threat match was good. Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, and Braun Breaker, who won. And of course he was going to win. What are they going to do? Put the belt on Ludwig? Nope. I thought there was a chance that they would put it on Sheamus. He needs something. He's been losing a lot lately. Maybe that would give him a little incentive to stop being fat.
He's fat!
He's not so fat anymore. Or maybe he is. I don't know what they're saying backstage. What they think fat is. Sure, they think I'm fat. Sure, they think you're fat. So, Sheamus, you might still be fat.
He's fat!
But great match. Sheamus doesn't put on bad matches. He's going to make you earn it. You know what I mean? He's going to really, he's not going to Nia Jax the thing and go, oh, whoops. Here, take a tap to the back. He's going to punch your back or something. He's a big bully. And Braun Breaker, of course, we all know he's the next coming. He's the next big thing and all this. And who knows? He seems like a Paul Heyman guy. And I heard rumors that he could be a Paul Heyman guy in the future. And never forget, ever, that Brock Lesnar's lurking out here. Sure, there's charges on him. I don't know, maybe a defecation suit or multiple defecation suits. I don't know. Hopefully he's not hit with any of those. We can like move on from the Vinnie Mac days of sex trafficking and all this stuff. Like it's like that doesn't even fit in my brain with WWE and Vince McMahon, even though I know of the allegations. But like when I think sex trafficking, I think like the border, like in reality. But I'm supposed to think it's WWE or Diddy hiring, prostitutes and bringing them over. It's like, it's just weird. Everything's kind of weird out here these days. And I don't want any parts of it. No Diddy parties, no Vince parties. Leave me out of it, boys. No, I'm not that hard up for any of that wild stuff. But imagine if Brock Lesnar or Braun Breaker, CM Punk sticks around and they kind of assimilate a group or put a group together and then either work with the bloodline, the OG bloodline, or eventually battle them. That would be crazy stuff. There's a whole lot that they could be doing just off the men's match alone. So let's talk about it. The men's match. It was probably the best one, other than the IC match. The IC match wasn't bad, but the Priest match and Gunther match was really good, though, too. It was all real solid. Io Sky is always great, too, except for her little spots here and there. We all know it's coming. And that whole match is just garbage in general. But this men's match was storyline-wise, they can do so much with this going forward. They got Bronson Reed involved, who I heard got banged up the other night and is pretty injured. Might have messed up both his ankles jumping off, onto Roman in that last part. But how would you mess up your ankle? I don't even understand how that would work. But also, I'm not like 500 pounds, so I guess I wouldn't understand. Jimmy Uso broke a toe, which is never good. Break one toe and you're going to be all over the place. And he was limping on out of there, so I assumed there was something wrong with him. And there is. Because I'm a doctor, and I looked into it. I saw his x-rays. And I said, uh-oh, you have a broken phalange of the foot. And you're out as long as I want you to be. So whenever he comes back, I'll let you know. We keep those things under wraps. They don't send where they used WWE send their wrestlers when they got hurt. They don't send them there anymore. They send them right here in this room. I put them right here on the couch, and I just crack it all back into place, just like Kane did when he stomped his leg. And when he got lucky, he managed to stomp a broken fibula and tibula back into place, without my help. But I'll do that right here in like 30 minutes. So. No insurance needed, by the way. Just straight cash. My favorite nutrient, cash. Yep, the men's fight. CM Punk, of course, not getting along with Roman Reigns. Ooh, are they going to actually do... I knew what was going to happen anyway. I'm sure all you little kids didn't know what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen because I've been watching this forever. They were going to, slight each other at every chance while they're in the little cage together. They're not going to really trust each other the whole time. And then at the very end of the match, they're going to shake hands, hug, whatever. Dry hump. They could have done that. I thought that was going to happen because I'm an expert. Is Bronson Reed the new Yokozuna? Well, he's not that big yet. Yokozuna had titles, bro. So he's the poor man's Yokozuna at this point, if he is a Yokozuna. And I would say the perfect Yokozuna would be a Samoan wrestler pretending to be Japanese again. That's a perfect Yokozuna. So he's not even close to that. He's barely an Uso. He's not even from the same island as the Usos. And he's in the bloodline too, because he looks the same. And that's what I've always been saying they need to do with these groups. And guess what? Over the years, they've been doing it. Y2 Just Incredible without the E used to laugh at me all the time and goes, basically, you want all the ethnicities to stick together. And I'm like, yeah. In general, of course, you can have an Uso group or bloodline group with Sami Zayn, just like back in the day with the Nation of Domination and Owen Hart. You can still have random people in these groups. It's just, generally speaking, you will have a Damage Control. You'll have of Asians. You'll have your blonde group. They always put with like Natty and a blonde, or you know what I mean? All the lesbos together in that fight crew that they do the little points. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's good shit. Okay? Where's my good shits?
He's fat!
Nope.
It's such good shit.
That's what's good shit, bro. The New Day came together. Do you notice something on this shirt? Do they look like me or white people? All in one group. Do they look like the Four Horsemen? Nope. It's 3 black dudes in one group. The Hurt Business, now Hurt Syndicate. I can go on and on and on, boys. You know what I mean. You see what's going on. You think they just put Bianca and Jade together just because, right? Careful on the Nia Jax stuff. Bully Ray will threaten you on the internet. Why would he threaten me on the internet about Nia Jax? Because she's half German, half Samoan, half Uso? He's no Uso. What's he to say? He's from Dudleyville. He's a Dudley. And everybody I'm from Dudleyville sometimes. So need some more tape on my glasses though. So the match overall, right? War Games overall, entertaining. Didn't mind it one bit. But was I blown away? Very little blows me away. There were some pay-per-views this year, Bad Blood being one of them off the top of my head. Very good pay-per-views. Good job. Keep it going. Non-sarcastic. WWE's doing it. Netflix is coming soon. Hopefully they're going to get much edgier on there. They're going to get more celebrities. They're going to go all out. Just like Triple H is talking about the Jake Paul Tyson fight, and the Tom Brady roast, as we know, got big ratings hit on there. So that's what you need to do, WWE. Start incorporating some more like real hardcore entertainment. And another thing, please no more of these press conferences unless they're in character. Cody and Jey Uso, I want to say, God, maybe earlier this year, they had one of the greatest press conferences of all time because they acted as if they were still in the ring as Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. That's how it works. If you go backstage like Chris Jericho does over at AEW and you start kissing your own ass and licking your own balls and dick riding your own penis, it sucks. Because it's like, oh, yes, all that fake stuff we just did, that performance and the story. And you know who does that more than anybody, it seems like, in the WWE is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn can't wait to talk about, oh, man, I can't wait to just, like, ride in a car with the Usos again and be with the family and do this and all this real, actual stuff. I don't want real stuff. I'm not watching WWE care about your families and all your off-screen boring ass lives. I want you to come out there and talk about how everything that we just saw was real, and not only that, make it cohesive and build a storyline off of it. Still, that's one of the worst things ever. coming out there and then just telling everybody it's all fake. Essentially, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And Sami Zayn can't seem to shut up ever, from what I've noticed. And I've heard this from Jim Cornette as well. Of course, he doesn't really care for Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I'm sure he likes them as wrestlers and things, but like he was annoyed by them when he worked with them, but it's specifically Sami Zayn because he didn't shut the fuck up. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And that's what it seemed like at the press conference, too. He's sitting in the middle of the Usos. Okay. And then CM Punk comes out when he gets asked a question at first, and CM Punk made a noise or something through the microphone because things need to be about him, too, right? And then he's just like, oh, where's my muffins and where's my cakes after every match? Like, calm down, CM Punk. You'll get your food. Like, you couldn't eat leading up to the match. You couldn't. Is this a whole like thing? I don't understand that. But you know, it's not like you're not gonna eat. Jericho can wait, even. You know, and we all know Jericho.
He's fat.
He can't wait to get to Outback Steakhouse, and he'll lose his fucking title rushing off to go eat. So CM Punk, cut it out. Be more about the press conference than eating your cakes and shit. It's fucking lame. So anyway, he cuts Sami Zayn off. Sami Zayn kind of, you can tell he's miffed by it. But then it continues to go blah, 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 stories, blah, 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 all that's fake, blah, blah, blah. This is that, you know, everything you saw was a waste of your time. And I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. So I shut it off. I just had it. And I probably won't watch any more press conferences until you guys get your act together. Triple H, again, somebody clip this, send this to Triple H. He needs to hear this. Stop. You can act like this isn't real, okay? Because you're not out there body slamming people right now. You're not doing bodily harm, supposedly, to these people out here. So you can be like, we made this much money. Yes, you know, your name's on the fucking credits. Like, we get it. Okay. I'm not saying I don't get it. I get it. But can we entertain us more instead of just going, yeah, all that's fake? That's all I'm asking for. I don't think I'm asking for much. Triple H. He used to work with children. Yep. But this is a problem. With, like I said, Jericho bothers me the most with this kind of stuff. He's always on AEW press conferences, at least from what I've seen, and just goes, yup, I'm the man because I wrote this story, and then this happened because of me, and I'm just like, talk about it on your podcast, bro. Not in a press conference. You're all sweaty. You're shirtless. You got this title belt in front of you sometimes. And then you go, yeah, all this. You like that? No, I don't like that. You know, do we want boxing to start doing that too? Because they could at this point. Tyson could come out in the press conference and go, oh, yep, I didn't try at all. Didn't try to hurt him one bit. We just wanted your money. Thank you. Cut it out. So, PLE press conferences are the shits.
It's the shits.
And what else is happening? I had a thought last night, you know, a morbid thought, as people are bringing up the Hagrums right now. Hagrum, what if Dr. Huge just died? What would happen? Well, what I want to happen, and I'm telling everybody this now just in case, I want to be dressed head to toe in Yeet gear. Nothing but Yeet stuff.
Yeet!
The same outfit that Jimmy or Jey Uso came out in last night, where it was just all red. Or was it the SmackDown? Either way, all red, Yeet here, Yeet pants, Yeet sneakers. I want Yeet underwear. I want Yeet toe rings, every single toe, every single finger. Necklace, sunglasses, of course, the sunglasses that they sell. When merch table Jey Uso is now in Yosete. Yeet it out. I'll have my hair grown out at that point, right? Just the sides. And then a hair artist can put yeet in my head. Everything, all yeeted out. What do you think? I think that would be fun.
Yeet!
And then
Rest in yeet!
rest in yeet. That's what we'll be doing. Nice cloning device. And then, you know what? And then I won't even have to do all that. I'll make the clone will be all yeeted out.
Yeet!
Earrings. Is there anything else here? Did I write anything? I don't want to forget. What else is yeet here? Underwear, toe rings, tattoos.
Yeet!
Can't forget the tattoos. Socks, obviously.
Yeet!
And yeet casket.
Yeet!
That's what I want. I want a whole yeet casket, just like the Kiss casket. WWE will probably be selling that at some point. They'll break it out during like a Black Friday next year. Have Jey Uso on top of it. Go, you can get a yeet casket.
Yeet!
Yeet earns.
No yeets.
What? No, you don't. They don't want that. They just want the casket, right? You put the beers in it. They like use it as a cooler, just like the Kiss casket. Maybe a yeet toilet that you put coins in, like every time somebody has to use it. So you put a yeet toilet in your house, and people have to pay you if they come over to use it.
Yeet!
25 cents per use. I think that's a pretty good deal. Oh, I think so. All right. So I'm serious about that, by the way. And next up in my notes, a longtime fan of Dr. Huge, Eric Bischoff, Eazy-E himself, loves Dr. Huge, loves Dr. Huge show. He likes and subscribes. He's also donated before. Can you believe that? 83 weeks. That's right. The Eric Bischoff is going to be on one of my favorite shows. Not Raw, not SmackDown, definitely not AEW. NXT, the land of the hot chicks.
And I know that you like hoes.
No, I do. And that's where they are. And that's also where Eric Bischoff is going to be. So get ready, Eric Bischoff, because there's some fly 304s over there.
Because you know you like hoes.
That's right. I don't know what he's going to be doing, though. I think he probably is going to have some tournament or the pay-per-view is coming up. So we got a go-home show tomorrow night. Either way, tune in for your boy, Eazy-E. And you got to come on the show at some point, Eric. If not, I'm going to come find you. That's not a threat. YouTube TOS. It's a promise. Love him. One thing I don't love about Eric Bischoff is his choice for co-hosts. And I know this is going to upset a lot of people in here, especially the Barry Sr. I think he loves him some Conrad. And no disrespect, okay, Conrad? You're kind of just out here and I hear your voice, and I don't like it. It's too herpy derpy. Like I always say this to myself when I'm listening to 83 Weeks or a clip or whatever, and I hear Bischoff speaking, and then I hear herper, and I'm like, fucking shut up. Like I don't like that. I don't like that accent. I don't like the way you're talking to me, Conrad. The way you've been talking to everybody for all these years, and everybody's just dealing with it and acting like it's normal. It's not normal to me. I've been out living in the East Coast for a very long time, and Herpy Derpy talk is really weird, and it's off-putting. The same is like Club Shay Shay. The Club Shay Shay talk, Shannon Sharp. He just goes, ski up, beepy. He's a beepy boopy guy. I don't like that either. That's a beeping a boopity boppity boopy skip. Skipping a beepity boopity bop. And it's like, stop talking like that, dude. So disrespectful to like people of color when you talk like that. Just saying. Cut it out, Shannon Sharp, and cut it out, Conrad. It's the same deal. You're embarrassing a whole lot of people out here. Me again. Everybody's embarrassing me out here. Doesn't even matter what color they are. They're embarrassing me. Yep. But when Conrad comes on there with that slow Southern, is it draw or draw? Drawl. I don't even know. Because it sounds like when people go Southern drawl. Drawl? Or is it draw? Either way.
It's the
It's the
shits.
shits. So cut it out. We don't want that in podcasting at all. And I think that's the problem with Shannon Sharp, too. That's like a Southern thing. The beeper, the pooper, the beeper. Good Lord. Sound like an extra in Django when you talk like this. It's fucking insane. Beepity boopity. Skip. These national media people, not Conrad so much, but the sports people, aren't they the worst?
It's the shits.
They're the worst. Like Stephen A. doesn't know anything, it seems like. I've heard Stephen A., who's the top guy at the top sports network on cable. He says, I've seen him go, this is in football, right? Why didn't the team kick the field goal on 3rd down? And if they missed it, they would just kick it again on 4th down. That was stupid of them. And I was like, oh my God, he said that on TV. So, and then he's a basketball expert and then proceeds to pick the wrong championship winner like 7 or 8 years. It mutes me. I figured out how to get rid of it, but like I was just muted there. How amazing was that? Why does it do that? Anyway, back to my chat. Now I don't even know what I'm talking about. Damn you, these damn streams, bro. We got it fixed anyway. So we talked about our old boy Bischoff. That's really what we wanted to talk about. And then like where's my sample? Just like this.
What do we want to talk about?
Easy. Now the Netflix Raw is coming soon. We did touch on this a little bit, but I'm just telling you, if they're gonna come out and just be PG on Netflix, what's the purpose of keeping it?
It's the shits.
You know, I've been paying for Peacock for a while. Are they going to put the PLEs on Netflix? If they do that, then it makes all the sense in the world to just keep Netflix. So I'm just going to assume they're doing that because that's good business. But to buy Monday Night Raw by itself, that would be a hard sell for, I would think, anybody. I would, obviously, I have it already anyway, but I don't, give us the PLEs with it. And what else we got here? Oh yeah, don't like this video. Apparently people don't like to be told to like it. Don't like it, don't subscribe, don't retweet this. Whatever you do, guys, don't do that. Because, you know, I'm not here to try to build this up again. And I might have to start a new channel on YouTube anyway, because from what I've heard, having an old channel that has as many subscribers as this one does at this moment is the shit.
It's the shits.
And it's just not going to grow because of the way the algorithms are and yada, yada, yada. I'll let Sami Zayn explain it to you later. Okay. So we need the likes basically, and we need all the subs, and we need everything. And keep an eye out for the new channel because like I said, I'm going to have to get a new one. And it's a good little lesson for everybody else out there. If you're doing any type of YouTube thing or whatever, even with Twitter's like my there are people out there with like 100 followers that get so much more out of their X experience than Dr. Huge. And I think that's just wild. It's not good just because it's an older account. Like I have to make a new one. So think about it, Elon, and whoever's running the YouTubes. Who do you guys want to see on the show? I could get wrestlers again, I guess, and start asking around. It's annoying, though. I don't know why it irks me so much. There are a lot of cool people, though. I'll shout out to Lexus King, Pillman's son. I asked him to come on one time. He said, well, at this point, I need to start making money from this. So he gave me a few, whatever. I never ended up having him on, but I could have. And it's good to always have that in my back pocket. Like if I need a guest or whatever, I could just always, whatever, give him some cash through Venmo, whatever, and then he just, comes on the show for however long. And I respect that. That's fine. But then you got like these other guys. You remember Hannibal out here? Is he even still out here? Probably, the wrestler / podcast guy. So I'm talking with Kevin Sullivan because I used to have him on all the time. The old wrestling legend who just passed away recently. So R.I.P. to you, bro.
Rest.
Got to do it properly. So he's like, yeah, I had a good interview with him. He's cool. I know of him. So I went and messaged Hannibal and was like, hey, you want to come on the show? Let's do a thing or whatever. And all I got back was how many viewers you got or how many followers or this and that. And I was just like, I'm not dealing with this because I'm not dealing with the, there was a word for it. The kids had a phrase for this type of behavior, but it's slipping me now. But it's basically, that you can't, even if you don't have to go on podcasts forever. You could go on for 15 minutes. And what a turnoff to be like, so I need to meet your threshold of like what you think is good or enough for you to do something. So fuck off. Go do your own thing then, bro. I can do my own thing all day, all night. And most of the bookings I've ever had came from people in the chat hitting me up and just being like, hey, you should either get this person or I got this person for you if you want it. Right. And that's cool. I would much rather that than me go out of my way, because it seems like every time I do, I tend to get the Hannibal Wright reaction more than the Pillman Lexus King reaction. Another example, Ward Stance, War Face, whatever his name was. He was out there in the indie scene. And Sasha Reigns, you guys remember Sasha Reigns, don't you? She was like, hey, Dr. Huge, sending me a message. This war ass guy is out here and I think he's cool and you should have him on and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, I really haven't heard much about it, but okay, it seems interesting. So I sent him a thing in public, like, hey, give me a follow back and I'll be able to message. So he follows me back and I'm like, hey, I heard people would like to have you on the podcast or whatever. If you'd like to come on, he blocks me. I'm not even kidding. Like, he reads the message and blocks me. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, this is an indie wrestler that I barely even know about. People are like, hey, you should push this guy and help, like, have him come on and talk to the people or whatever. And he just totally fucking disrespected me. So I was like, wow, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk to you fucking idiots. Because apparently you're all very, very important, So there's my story with that. I got plenty of other notes here that I'm going to save for tomorrow night, because I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm going to have Reezy on one of these days. Shout out to young Reezy. And again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow this everywhere, or don't. Please don't, right? But let's get into Raw tonight before it comes on. New Day, 10-year celebration right here, everybody. You know what's going on. They're about to break up. It looks like Big E is probably going to be back on screen, because why wouldn't they have him come out? It's not like he's like deceased or anything. So come on out, Big E, from doing your pre-shows. And who knows what's going to happen? How great would it be if Big E makes a return to wrestling tonight? Because you know how these things go. Daniel Bryan wasn't supposed to come back. Edge wasn't supposed to come back. They all had neck issues. He's got a neck issue. Maybe. I'm leaning Kofi's just going to kick the shit out of Xavier Woods, and they're kind of going to swerve people that way, maybe, and make it more of a Kofi issue. But then again, it could be. It's been leading up to be Xavier Woods to be the bad guy. Man, it should be entertaining. So good. But that's not going to start the show. CM Punk is going to start the show. Half hour commercial free. That's how they're selling it. So he's going to come out tonight. Who knows if he's going to give up anything. They usually don't this early on, but it would be nice. There's a lot going on with the Bloodline. The Bloodline 2. The Rock being involved with the Bloodline 2, I believe. CM Punk now, the Heyman guys. Heyman's almost got his own little clique going on now that he's like moving all these strings. There's a lot there, so a lot to look forward to anyway. Then we got Damage Control versus the new Judgment Day in a tag team. And of course, I love Io Sky. She's the best. Baszler, Katana, Dakota Kai, Intercontinental Triple Threat tournament that they're doing. Doing the same thing with the U.S. title, I believe. All smart. Well, I like all this. Makes sense. Then we got R-Truth and Pete Dunne, which just seems like a random match to get them on the screen. I wonder if Final Testament or whatever that will get them involved. Pete Dunne, he's kind of in limbo right now. R-Truth, of course, no more Miz and all that. And like I said, with Final Testicle going up against Wyatt 6, they'll probably bring up something with that tonight, since the Final Testicle has been being harassed now by the Wyatt 6. Two creep groups. They deserve each other. Keep it up because I like it. And I think that's about it. I had other things on the agenda tonight that we could have talked about. A whole bunch of AEW while we looked at this guy with all the noodles in his head. You know, more of this guy here, The Rock, and his involvement with the Bloodlines, because he's definitely involved with both of them. Don't forget. But also don't forget to subscribe to this fucking video. Retweet it if you're on Twitter. Send it out to everybody. Tell everybody Dr. Huge is back. We're reuniting and we're feeling really good. Okay? Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Goodbye.
Titillate the juices.
You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock. Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
You fucking mark!
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
It's such good shit.